have been subject of much debate in academic research and a central topic in policy discussion and initiatives. As an increasing policy interest in emerging technologies, however, must be set against literature where no consensus has emerged as to what qualifies technology to be emergent. Definition proposed by the number of studies overlap, but also point to different characteristics. So, what is an emerging technology? For example, certain definitions emphasize the potential impact of emerging technology are capable of exerting on the economic and society, especially when they are of more generic natures, while others give great importance to the uncertainty associated with the emergency process, or to the characteristics of novelty and growth. The understanding of emerging technology also depends on the analyst's perspective. An analyst may consider technology emergent because of its novelty and expected socio-economic impact, while others may see the same technology as a natural extension of an existing technology. Also, emerging technology are often grouped together under general labs, nanotechnology, synthetic biology, when they might be better treated separately given their different socio-technical features, technical difficulties involved actors, applications, and uncertainty. So, what are the meaning of this emerging? Let us refer some dictionaries. The process of coming into being or becoming important or prominent by New Oxford American Dictionary, or to become manifest, become known, Merriam-Webster College Dictionary, or to raise up or come forth, to become evident, to come into existence, the American Heritage Desk Dictionary tells move out of something and become visible, come into existence or great prominent, become known. In the process of coming into being or prominence is concise Oxford English Dictionary, starting to exist or to become known, to appear by coming out of something or out from behind something, Cambridge Dictionary or lines. So let's begin with the definition of emergence or emergent, which is the process of coming into being or of becoming important, prominent. This is then enriched and contextualized with the review of major contribution to innovations, studies that have focused on technological emergency, highlighting both their common and the contradictory features. The conceptual attempt to grapple with emergency in complex system theory are also discussed, where relevant to the idea of emergent technology. So, as a result, the delineation of 5 key attributes that qualify the technology as emerging. These are radical novelty, relatively fast growth, coherence, prominent impact, and uncertainty, ambiguity. Specifically, we conceive of an emerging technology as radical novelty and a relatively fast growth technology characterized by a certain degree of coherence, persistence over time, and with potential to exert considerable impact on the socio-economic domains, which is observed in terms of composition of actors, institutions, and pattern of interactions among those, along with associated technology production process. Its most prominent impact, however, lies in the future, and so in the emergence phase, still somewhat uncertain and ambiguity. So, what is emerging? The more emerge or emergent means the process of coming into being or becoming. Okay. This so the process is variously described as visible, evident, important, or prominent. Thus, among the dictionaries, there are some disagreement as to whether acknowledged existence is enough for emergency or beyond. That is, certain level of prominence is needed in order to make application of the emergency. So the second definition of emergent given by the New Oxford American Dictionary is property arising as effect of complex cause and not analyzable simply as the sum of their effects. An additional definition is arising and existing only as a phenomena of independent parts working together, not predictable on the basis of their property. This concept, emergency, is used in steady, complex system. It can be traced back to 9th century in the proto-emergency movement when Rius 1835 referred to emergent effect in chemical reaction as effect that cannot be reduced to the component of the system. The effect for which it is not possible to trace all steps of the process that produce them. Its application in the study of the dynamic of complex systems in physics, mathematics, and computer science give rise to other fundamental theory and school of thought such as a complex adaptive system theory, nonlinear dynamic system theory, the synergy school, and far from equilibrium thermodynamics. So this is the other. So when we just defining the emerging technologies, the first defining through to emerging technology explicitly include is a radical novelty. Novelty or newness may take the form of discontinuous innovation derived from radical innovations, and may appear either in the matter or to the function of technologies. To achieve new or changed purpose functions, emerging technology build on different basic principles. Example, car with internal combustion engines versus electric engines, cytogen-based technology versus molecular biology technologies. Novelty is not only characteristics of technologies derived from technical revolutions, that is, technologies with relatively limited prior developments. DNA sequence technologies, molecular biologies, nanomaterials, but it may also be generated by putting an existing technology to new use. The evolutionary theory of technological change views this as a spacious process of technology, that is, a process of applying an existing technology from one domain to another domain and reach. The niche is characterized by the selection process that is different from the one where the technology was initially applied. The niche specifically may differ in terms of adaptations, the need of the niche, and the abundance of the resource. The technology applied in the niche may adapt and then emerge as well as potentially invading other domains, including the initial domain, giving rise to revolution or process of creative destructions. This implies that evolutionary technology is also not characterized by revolutionary technical development, can also be radical novel in domains of applications different from those where the technology was initially developed. Provide compelling example of the special process by reporting on the evolution of wireless communication technology. This technology was created for laboratory purpose and specifically for the measurement of electromagnetic waves, yet it found numerous subsequent applications. Wireless communication technology first engaged in communication with locations, lighthouse, otherwise not reached with wire telegraph, then application of expanding to the transmission of voice, radio, telephony, and broadcasting, and more recently. Data transmission, Wi-Fi, with each shift wireless communications technology appear radically novel in these new domains of applications. All those technologies have existed since early laboratory and telegraphy applications. The evolutionary theory of technological change teaches us that radical novelty may characterize innovations based on both evolutionary and evolutionary inventions resulting from the species process. However, the term evolutionary is also used to refer to incremental technological advance. To avoid ambiguity, we opt to use term radical novelty rather than revolutionary or evolutionary, and to contextualize it in relation to the domains in which the technologies are rising. The second definition attribute of emerging technologies identified by clock speed natures, fast growth, or at least growth. Growth may be observed across a number of dimensions, such as the number of actors involved, scientists, universities, firms, users, public and private funding, knowledge output producing, publication patents, prototype, products, and services. As with the radical novelty attribute, the fast growth of technology needs to be contextualized. A technology may grow rapidly in comparison with other technology in the same domains. Therefore, relatively fast growth may be a better term. The third attribute of emerging technologies identified by is coherence that persists over time. Convergence of previous separated research streams. Convergence in technologies and the technologies that have already moved beyond the purely conceptual stage. Alexandra coined instead of the role of an expert community of practice which adopt and iterate the concept of construct underlying the particular emerging technology. The concept of community of practice suggests that both number of peoples and the professional connection between those peoples are necessary. Coming together, intervening, and standing together are all entitled in coherence. Coherence refers to internal characteristics of group such as sticking together, being united, logical interconnections, and congruity. The state of external relationship is also important. The emerging technology must detect itself from this technological parent to some degree to merit separate identity. Furthermore, it must stay attached for some period of time to be seen as self-sustaining. As stated above, emergence is a process of coherence, detachment. Identity do not characterize final state but always in the process of realization, presenting challenging issue of boundary delineations and classifications. Perspective matters since an analysis may see in existing emerging technology about to make major economic impact in something scientists sees as long as past exciting emerging phase. The fourth definition attribute of emerging technologies identified by this to yield benefit for a wide range of sectors, create new industry or transform existing one, exert much enhanced economic influence or change the base of competitions. Courageous also point to the pervasiveness of the impact that the emerging technology may exert by cross-cutting multiple levels of socio-economic system, organizations and institutions, as well as knowledge production, process and technological regime. According to we identify prominent impact as another key attribute of emerging technologies. Most of the core articles conceived prominent impact of emerging technology as exerted on the entire socio-economic system. And this usage, the concept of emerging technology become very close to that of general purpose technologies and so exclude technologies prominent within a specific domains. For example, A diagnostic technology may emerge and significantly reshape the clinical practice associated with a given disease, profoundly affect one disease domain but not others. In other words, our definition allows for prominent impact with a narrow scope emergence in one or few domains, as well as wide range impact across domains and potentially the entire socio-economic system like ICT and molecular biology. Such perspective suggests with attribute radical novelty and relatively fast growth the importance of contextualizing the prominent impact of the observed technology within the domains from which the technology emerges. The final defining attribute of emerging technology is identified as the prominent impact of emerging technology lies somewhere in the future. The technology is not finished. Thus, uncertainty feature in the emergency process, the nonlinear and the multi-factors natures of emerging provides the emergence with certain degree of autonomous, which in turn makes the predicting difficult task. As a consequence, knowledge of probability associated with each possible outcomes, potential application of the technology, financial support for this development, standard procedure costs may be particularly problematic. Core articles explain these attributes in terms of the potential that emerging technology have for changing the existing way of doing things. Thank you.